The Cardinals had the second best fielding percentage in the National League defensively during the regular season. That is just their fourth error of this postseason. Second for Cosman. Here's a 2-0. That is into left center field. Down to the wall. One run scores. Here comes Pedroia. Here comes Ortiz. 3-0 Boston in the first.
Napoli was on the Texas Rangers in 2011. When the Cardinals came back to win that series, Mike Napoli has said since then that he's thought about it every day. Good way to erase that memory with 3 RBIs and a double for Napoli here in the first.
And Big David Ortiz made it all the way around from first. Napoli with that headbutt, as we've seen him do this postseason with Arnie Baylor. So a 3-0 Red Sox lead here in the first inning. Still only 1 out, and the batter will be Johnny Gomes.
Adam Wainwright falling behind 2-0. Napoli waiting for it. What an ideal hitting position for Napoli.
Everybody's taken the first pitch. In fact, up to this point, every hitter's taken the first 2 pitches. So we've got Wainwright's pitch count up to 24, number 25 coming. Here's the 0-1. Ball and a strike. He's more than just a good luck charm as he grounds one to Adams, who goes to the bag. 2 out. Over to third is Napoli, with Xander Bogaerts coming up. John Farrell, who's managing in his first World Series, made his presence felt on that call at second base, went out there and argued with DeMuth. The umpires got together, reversed the call. Bases loaded for Napoli, and he unloaded him on a 2-0 pitch. And now with a runner at third, 2 down. It's Xander Bogaerts. Strike 1.
Turned 21 years old. Think about that. 21 years old on October 1st. 22 days ago.
He has shown remarkable patience here in the postseason. On the outside corner now, he's in the hole 0-2. He's reached base 8 of 11 plate appearances. He's got 3 hits and 5 walks. Here's the 0-2. Ball 1. Breaking ball is up. We're hearing from down on the field that when all the umpires got together, which is what John Farrell asked him to do, they unanimously said in that meeting that it was a mistake. And they fixed it. The 2-2, a strikeout ends the inning, but not before big damage. And a little controversy here in the first inning of Game 1. Initially called and out. The reversal of the call. Napoli did the damage. 3-0 Boston after 1 in Game 1. He closed out Game 5 of the 2006 World Series between the Tigers and the Cardinals as the closer. And now Wainwright turns around and opens this World Series as their top starter. First pitch is a strike. Batter is Stephen Drew, who used to hang around the Cardinals franchise as a kid when his bigger brother J.D. Drew was a Cardinal. And Stephen used to do a lot of work before the real guys came in to take batting practice in infield with Jose Oquendo, current third base coach for St. Louis. So Stephen knows this franchise very well, and he knows Adam Wainwright well. He's just 2 out of 19 against the Cardinal right-hander. It's Drew, then Ross, then Ellsbury. Wainwright trying to settle in after allowing 3 runs in the first. 1-2. 2-2. Wainwright got himself into trouble in the first inning with a leadoff walk to Ellsbury.
3-2 curveball.
Jammed him on the mound. Adam Wainwright says, "Everybody stay away," and it drops.
How do you have the wherewithal to smile as Wainwright did? You know, it's almost taboo in baseball when a pitcher calls for a pop-up. But I mean, come on. This is Wainwright's ball. Molina's got too far to go with the ball. The ball didn't have enough hang time for Adams or Freeze to come in and make the play. They were playing too deep. So Wainwright is the guy who should make the call, but pitchers never make calls like that. Why?
During the course of the season, you'll see infielders hurdling one another to make sure the pitcher doesn't catch the pop-up.
Tripping over the mound. Sure.
And all pitchers do is run the outfield during batting practice and catch fly balls.
And shag.
It's a base hit. It's Stephen Drew, who is 3 out of 35 in this postseason, will take any hit he can get. But Adam Wainwright, when he put his arms out, was almost telling everybody to just stay away.
Yeah, I thought that's a good point, Joe. I thought the same thing. Molina certainly had too far to run. Played 60 feet 6 inches from the pitcher's mound. So Molina runs about 40 feet to watch it drop.
So the leadoff man is on. That's 3 hits now. And Adams just saved an error.
Very uncharacteristic of a Cardinal team to be this shaky in the early innings.
Cardinals have not played a game since last Friday night, as David Ross waits for a 1-1. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. It was true with the Tigers last year. Heck, it was true with the Tigers back in 2006. That layoff, and granted, Boston's just 1 day closer to the action. They wrapped up their ALCS the next night on Saturday night. They're trying to restart, get the momentum back. Some teams have trouble doing that. Here's one that's into center field for a base hit. Off the bat of David Ross, and it's 2 on with nobody out here in the second.
The nuances of baseball. You know, Carpenter, in order to play, to cheat for the double play, has to play in and over. And by playing in, he just misses. The ball hit off the end of the bat by Ross. nobody on first, he might catch that ball. To say that things are not going the Cardinals' way is understating it.
So now 2 on, nobody out, back to the top of the order in Ellsbury.
Could see a bunt right here. A lot of things Ellsbury could do.
Up there to rip, and that's strike 1. That is the first time now that a Red Sox hitter has gone after the first pitch. And Ellsbury thinking maybe Wainwright was lulled into thinking that he had pitch number 1 all to himself. Tried to jump on that first delivery, strike 1. Runners on at first and second. Good speed at the plate. That's into shallow left. Holiday coming on for out number 1. And Ellsbury does not advance the runners. Here's Victorino, who throughout the course of the season has hit .345 with runners in scoring position. Singing Bob Marley's "Every Little Thing's Gonna Be All Right," as they do when Victorino steps to the plate. And for a frustrated hitter last Saturday night, everything was all right in the 7th inning with a 1-out grand slam hit over the monster and left. Went from 2-1 Detroit to 5-2 Boston, and that's how it ended. 1 ball, 1 strike.
One swing of the bat can turn you into a guy who is having a miserable postseason series to a great one, and that's what Victorino experienced on Saturday night. Delirious crowd.
Here's a 1-1. Hit on the hands. If you're just joining postseason play, watching the Red Sox, you say, well, why is Victorino not hitting left-handed? Typically a switch hitter. That's been abandoned. Now batting strictly right-handed, and something that was a necessity because of a bad left hamstring. Now Molina wants to go through the signs again.
And Victorino has shown that from the right side of the plate against right-handed pitching, he really doesn't know where he is. He's been hit 20 times since August 4th. 20. That includes 5 times in the postseason.
Left side in the hole. Cosma boots it, and the bases are loaded. Don't know if he had a play, even if he comes up with it. But for a guy who dropped a toss back in the first inning, it's been a shaky start for Cosma.
Joe, he perhaps would have had a play at third, but David Freese went for the ball in the hole also. David Ross, on the other hand, is running at first base, so maybe he would have had a chance at Ross at second, but doubtful.
Cosma is the Cardinals' best defensive shortstop on their roster. It's an error. And the second of the night, third of the postseason for Cosma. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Pedroia. Ball 1. Lead runner is Drew, with Ross in the middle at second base, and Victorino on at first.